Hello, Infused Transitions, and welcome, and thank you so much for joining us. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are really glad that you are here. We hope that the channel, this reading and this channel resonate with you, and that you decide to join us and become a part of our community. For those of you who are returning, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really, truly, greatly appreciate it. Sorry, my attention was drawn to a specific card. For those of you who are returning, again, thank you guys so much for being here and your continued support. You really help this community to be healthy and strong in here, and for that I appreciate you, each and every one of you. And for all of you, only take what resonates, leave the rest. And, you know, if you know anybody that you feel could benefit from either this particular reading or from this channel, please, by all means, share. And as always, if you feel it aligns and resonates with you, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, the notification bell, as each and every one of those steps really do help the channel. They help me, and they help us to help each other and expand our community. All right. Without further ado, they're really drawing my attention to, I have a pyramid here. You can see the little corner of it here on the corner, of some things that I am working on. And I don't know, they're showing me one of the cards I have in there specifically working for me at this time. There's the Justice card, and they're really drawing my attention to that. And with that said, we're going to grab this deck. Now, why are we going to grab this deck? Well, because they wanted me to, they showed me this deck, which got me playing with it, and then kind of drew my attention over there. It's like, oh yeah, there's a card in there, so it's not in here. And then I was like, okay, well, am I supposed to pull it out? And they were like, no. But this deck is very similar to that deck. And I want to say, let me make sure I'm correct. Where's the box for that one? Right here. Okay. So these are the two decks. This is the deck that I have one of the cards in my pyramid. And this is this deck. Oh, this is my dog. Isn't she beautiful? We were having so much fun. Anyway, sorry. I digress. These are both by the same author. So, they are very similar in look, yet very different, and they have their own unique feel, but they are the same author, and so this is what they drew me to. So anyway, I think that we're going to be talking about justice because they really keep drawing my attention to that. So let's see. Most High, what are the messages that you wish for the collective here to be aware of, to know about, to understand, to think about? I just heard, and to look for. I will apologize now if we have sudden dog breakout of barking. I did not put one of them, the instigator basically, in his room with his music and everything beforehand, simply because he's lame and he's on some pain medication, and I just don't want to disturb him. So, all right, let's see what we've got going here. So I think before we begin, you know what? Before we begin, so let's talk a little bit about justice, okay? I'm looking for the justice card in case, oh, there it is. Thank you. So we're going to talk a little bit about justice, and then we'll see where the reading takes us. So this is the justice card for this particular deck. Now, for some of you, you could be going through, you know, something legal. You could be involved in some sort of a battle or having some sort of court or legal outcome that you're either waiting on or you're in the process of or you have coming up. There could be something. Yeah, they're really drawing my eye here to the sun. And the sun, if you look at the sun here, give this a minute, come on. If you look at the sun here, right, it's got both of these beams of light coming from her hands and directly hitting the center of the sun. Now, that's beautiful. It feels like you're going to have some justice coming in from different angles. Okay. So I guess I'm all right. So the bottom line is, before we get going here, the bottom line is, we're going to keep our eyes open to see. Yeah. Hold on, please. We're going to, let's leave. Okay. Let's just pull some cards. What are we going to talk to, what are you going to talk to us about in regards to, what you'd like us to know? We do have the Ten of Pentacles was the first one out. Which, by the way, if you're new here and you want to know how I read, I am an intuitive reader. If you're wanting any more information about me, you can find that in the description box below. Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles to me suggests things like, you know, you're trying to juggle things. So trying to juggle things around either your money specifically or around things that are of this world, material type things. The waters are very calm. He's got mostly blue skies. There are, you know, a few clouds, but there's nothing directly over his head. There's the suggestion of light over his head here, or not the suggestion. There is a almost like a arcing rainbowy shape for light, and it has yellow, orange, pink. Those are the main colors I see. If you see another color in there, then I would say that color definitely is speaking to you. You may want to look up information about the colors, their energies, see if anything resonates for you. But there is almost like there's this balancing. But I would also say he's very focused on this particular pentacle. Okay? His line of vision is focused very much so on that pentacle. So there may be something around your finances that is taking your attention right now. But again, if we're talking about justice, maybe there, and this could be about contracts too. It might not necessarily be like a legal thing. It could be, you know, maybe you're getting ready to enter into an agreement of some kind. Maybe you're getting ready to enter into some sort of a partnership. And this is going to have a direct effect on your finances. And so it looks like you're just wanting to, you know, either you're wanting to do it or you're being guided to make sure you do your due diligence. Pay attention, thoroughly read. I am not giving legal advice. Again, that is on all the disclaimer in the description box below. I'm not a professional. You will need to go hire someone if that's what you're looking for. But this could be just about making sure you really understand thoroughly and completely before you sign anything, any sort of document. Next out, we do have the Tower moment. Now, Tower moments to me can either be portal ways or they can be tower, which sometimes towers can be very uncomfortable. So can portal ways, because it's changing things. The Tower talks about, so Okay, so a lot of times people talk about how the towers, these are foundational things, but here's the interesting thing to me. Let me just get out my handy little, filing or magnifying glass. Yeah, see? Okay, so if you look carefully at this foundation, and I would say a little over halfway up this tower, it's not affected by this coming apart. It is only from that breaking point up where things are restructuring is the word I'm getting. And what that tells me is, in this particular case, it's not about a dismantling of everything. It is, you know what, things are pretty good and pretty strong from your foundation up to this point, but then maybe there were some choices and decisions that weren't exactly aligned for you that created this weakening of the structure, or created misalignment, or created, not as strong and or healthy materials being used to build the tower the rest of the way. And it's time for those things to come down because they're just not they're just not strong, they're just not serving, they're not aligned. Yeah, it's time to bring out something new. Again, I've got these two things happening, and we've gone from the 2 to the 3. So as you can see, this guy's found balance. All right, here he's working on the balance. He's found balance on these two, right? Now his focus has shifted down to, is that even in focus? Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to tell because I wear glasses, and if I don't have my glasses on, anyway, the two though now are up here at the top, and they're balanced. They're balanced, and now he's got this new one that he's forging, this new one that he's working on. And I say that simply because, one, we see the forge here. He's got his anvil and everything there. He's got the fire stoked and going. And if you look carefully, which I'll have to flip it so that it shows a little better. But if you look carefully, you'll see that this one that he's working on, the very bottom of the inside of this pentacle, is oh, you know what the other ones are. I was gonna say is silver, so it's clearly not complete, but they're all silver. They all got a touch of silver. Oh, I get it. All right, so yeah. So what I'm getting is you see how all of them have that touch of silver. See, I thought the silver meant that it was something he was still working on, which it could be almost like it's a fresh, hot off the presses kind of thing. And to me, the silver there mixed with the gold and the green, it's almost like there's this ensure that your finances have a balance with light. Light as in walking in light. Well, light as in integrity. Light as in balance and alignment. Maybe there was something that had to be let go. There's something that had to be let go that had an influence on your finances. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What are we bringing out to clarify the Two of Pentacles, please? What are we bringing out to clarify the Two of Pentacles, please? Thank you. The High Priestess. So to me, this is saying that there's a lot that's happening that is behind the scenes that you don't see. There could be things that are up in the celestials, the esoteric, the etheric. You know, there's things that are out there in the cosmos, in the universe, that is working on your behalf, that is shifting things, but you don't exactly see that. High Priestess also talks about, not always, also talks about the divine feminine, the intuition, being able to see, and I'm hearing, you know, pass back and forth, you know, through the veil and back again. So I would say that maybe it would be beneficial to do some sort of holistic healing, some sort of a, I'm hearing unusual approach for you. Something maybe that you normally wouldn't have thought about or considered for healing your money or expanding your money, you know, things like that. There's something that you wouldn't have, or either you haven't heard of before, or you never would have considered to do that, that is around your money that would actually be quite beneficial for you at this time. And it feels like it's something very high priestessy, meaning it is something very intuitive, very holistic, very gifted, very magical, very high vibrational, very high priestess like. Strength. Okay, so we have the strength card here, and it did come out in the reverse. This to me is saying, because it came out in the reverse, is saying, you know, maybe there are things where you're letting the mental and or the emotional do some dictating and running the show versus you being in control. It's almost like letting the emotion and or mental spiral out of control. You or someone else who's involved, depending on your situation or situations, plural. This is about taming the beast. It's not about squashing the beast. It's not about imprisoning the beast. It's, and I mean the beast within, and when I say the beast within, I'm talking about, you know, bringing balance to our mental and emotional, bringing balance to our masculine and feminine, bringing balance to where we are so impulsive we act without thinking, and then we have a huge mess to clean up than if we would have just paused, taken a moment, thought it through, looked at, you know, weighing your pros and cons and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So our beast can be whatever it is that is our challenge. It's our Mount Everest. It could be our hill. It could be whatever that is for you. That's too many. We did see the wounded warrior though, but you do have victory. You do have a win of some sort. You can come out on top, I feel like, but a lot of this is getting these runaway things under control. And it's not about burying them. It's not about not acknowledging them or anything like that. But it is just about, it's about acknowledging them, but not letting them run the control. The justice can be simply, maybe there's something in your life that really threw you for a loop and had you having to start out things and doing restructuring and, you know, working on, okay, so what is my new craft going to be? What's my thing? What's my income going to look like? What am I going to do for my income? And, you know, the justice can be that it's coming through. You're finding that. You're finding your thing. You're finding that answer. Oh, look at that. We had more come out. All right. We have the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Moon. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 major arcanas on the board here. 4 out of the 9. So, you know, I feel like, yes, you're going to have a lot of major life changes, where, you know, minor arcana is everyday stuff, where major arcana is big life shifts, life changes, life areas, life topics. It's like a big part of something that changes directions and things like that in a much bigger way than the everyday to-day things. So we have, okay, so you have the victory, you have the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and then we have the Moon. And what I feel like this is saying is, it feels like to me, the justice in this is this victory over all of these challenges, which can be very, sometimes it can create struggle. Sometimes it can create a lot more stress and anxiety and tension, especially if we let things run out of control and run amok. But you do have victory here. And then you have this King of Cups here with this Four of Wands. And what this is saying to me is, one, with the Moon, I feel like it's something that you're not aware of. Even if you know this person already, you're not seeing things for something that it is or will be or will become. Which is almost like why the High Priestess is here, because she can see. But there will be things that you're going to be unaware of. It's like your focus right now is about your money or the material. You know, your home, your car, your finances, your job, your career, your, things in this dimension, this reality. But I do feel like this King of Cups, this could be somebody coming in. It could be somebody you already know. But it feels like they have an offer for you that it is a genuine offer. For some of you, this King of Cups is somebody who's emotionally mature. Now, this could be yourself, and it could be yourself because, again, here we're talking about, we have the Strength card, which is about, again, learning how to control the mental and emotional, right? Learning to step into and own mental and emotional maturity, which can take time. It can take time to learn what that looks like for you in various ways, right? But if this isn't you, then this person coming in has some sort of this emotional maturity, and they have a genuine offer that they want to offer to you. Now, this could be marriage. A lot of readers look at this as a marriage card, and I do too, but I also think it's not necessarily only a marriage card. I would suggest looking up a few different reference sources about the dragonfly, and specifically the brown rabbit, because different rabbit colors have different messages they bring. And there's 2 brown rabbits down here. Now, this could be somebody coming in offering some sort of a partnership, some sort of a union, could be marriage, could be a relationship. One of you or both of you may have a child or children. Could be about blending families. Could be about just doing a partnership, a collaboration, opening up a business. Could be just doing on a project, a one-time thing. But it is a partnership, and it's one that is reasons to celebrate. Which, again, I feel like that's kind of like the justice coming in, is this finding this maturity, finding this success is and are forms of justice, right? Having opportunities come our way are and is a form of justice. And we do see the 9 of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Okay. So I was going to say, we do see the nine of Swords here on the bottom of the deck, right? And I was staring at the Moon when I noticed that. And I feel like there's a lot of stress and worry about the unknown. There's a lot of stress and worry about the unknown. There's a lot of stress and worry around, all right, is my justice ever going to come in? Is this ever going to work out for me? You know? And there's a lot of worry around that. And here we have the owl. It's a brown owl. I don't know if it's a, necessarily a specific, come on, go into focus, please. But you may want to look up owl energy and see what the message is there. Again, check out a few different sources and see what resonates with you. But here's the thing. So we've got this worry around here, but look at that. Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune has whatever turn in your favor. And then you've got the Ten of Cups. This is, everything, having that peace and joy. But we do have the Temperance card here, right? You have the Temperance card. Again, finding that balance. It's about transmuting. It's about alchemy. Balancing the masculine and feminine. In this particular instance, it's almost feeling like the feminine version of the Magician. So it's like manifesting something and doing it within the feminine energy. Manifesting something through divine feminine instead of the divine masculine, which I feel is more the masculine, is the Magician, is the masculine form. And again, this isn't about your gender. This is about energies. Everybody has both masculine and feminine energy. And I feel like, some of you might be saying, okay, so what's the justice in all of this? Well, I as I already said, I feel like, there's this transitioning, right? And even though it sometimes doesn't feel like it when we're going through a tower or a portal moment because of the discomfort and because things fall away that just are no longer serving, even if we know they're no longer serving, it's kind of that whole thing, we know where we are isn't for our best and highest, or isn't aligned, or it isn't balanced, but what's over here, which we don't know what over here is. I just know that I this isn't good for me, and that if I want to get into alignment with myself and find that balance and that inner peace, I really need to go. But we stay. Why do we stay? Well, because I know what to expect here. I'm unhappy in it. I don't like it, but I know what to expect here. I go over here. I have no idea what this looks like. I don't know what my life will be like there. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know where I'm going to live. Right? Getting things out of control. One step at a time. One step at a time. And trust me, that's not something easy to do. I remember years ago, I used to listen. Oh, excuse me. I used to listen to Joyce Meyer, and one of the things she used to say a lot was, do it afraid. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be not sure. But do it afraid. If you know that this over here isn't for you, then it's time to move into another direction. And if it's not the right direction, then just keep moving, and you'll find your path. But I can see justice all over. I mean, you have a victory. You have the High Priestess moving on your behalf, and it can see things and can guide you. You can work on your own self-mastery here and come out the victor in that. You can by all means call in guidance, support, assistance, whatever that looks like for you. And we have an offer coming in of some sort. And I mean, again, look at this. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups. But again, in that temperance, in that waiting period time, it can be challenging, right? We can lose faith. We can lose hope. We can just get so frustrated we throw in the towel, and then we're just not going to get to that other side. So the choice is yours. But I do see justice running throughout here. I mean, I don't know about you, but getting the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups, Yes, please. Getting the Six of Wands, which is going to take me to this. Yes, please. You know, I mean, so anyways, that's what I have for you guys. I hope that that was helpful. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget your notification bell, as all of those do help the channel and help me, help us. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks so much for being here. Bye.